Hello beautiful and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to this video where we are going to talk about brands that I wish that I could just redesign. This is a idea that I've had in my head for quite some time that I wanted to film, and I am finally sitting down and filming it, and I hope you will enjoy it. If you haven't been here before, my name is Angie. Hello, I am a lover of fashion and makeup, especially colorful things. I am very colorful today, both in my fashion and my makeup. I'm so excited, especially since it's already dark behind me, but winter in Sweden, this is what you get the Batman cape. But I hope you will consider subscribing because I do upload several videos a week and we do a lot of fun things on this channel. I did film this look, by the way, this green thing. It should already be live on my channel. I will link it down below. It's actually with my palette together with Kaleidos. This is the Club Nebula palette. I'm so excited, and I will link down below where you'll be able to find this palette, and if you want to see like swatches and all that, but that's not what this video is about. But just so you know, that's what I'm wearing on my eyes. It's fantastic. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I will link that down below as well. The first brand that I want to talk about, this is the first brand that immediately, this is the reason why I'm doing this video. The first brand is NYX. I love so many NYX products. Like, I still use so many NYX products, the lip liners, the powders. I have the bear with me, like this tinted moisturizer. It is a tinted skin veil. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's so good. This is a great low coverage find at the drugstore, and I will say that I have compared it to the Neo Nude by Giorgio Armani, which is something that I really love as well. And you can even see that the packaging is a bit similar. And this in particular there's nothing wrong inherently with this packaging. It's very similar to the Neo Nude. Fun fact, this one came out first. Just so you know, this came out before this one, so NYX didn't copy Giorgio Armani on this packaging. This one actually came out first, and you can see the color of the somewhat here, but then they have things that are just so badly packaged. And these powders, this is the high glass finishing powder. This is one of the best finishing powders I own. It's so affordable. It gives a beautiful glowy result, but it's like chinchy packaging. The thing is that originally it has this beautiful like print in the pan, but there has to be a change, and it's the same with this banana powder. The packaging is just... I understand that drugstore products needs to have a clear lid so that you can see inside. I understand that. In Sweden you have testers for everything, but I understand that. There are other things as well from NYX. I'll just put some things up that I just hate the packaging of. But NYX is not the most affordable drugstore brand, but they have equally as horrible and sometimes worse packaging as like Wet n Wild or Essence. And it's not the price, but I will say though that I have so many favorites from NYX. I mentioned quite a lot of favorites from NYX in my yearly favorites. I use them, some of them, every time I do my makeup. I'm even wearing a lip liner from NYX today. I don't know which one, but it's one of those slim lip liners. It's amazing. And the packaging is just so horrible, and either they have to lower the prices so it actually looks, or like is as cheap as it looks, or change the packaging so it looks a little bit more like the mid-range drugstore brand as they actually are. Because if they want to charge prices like some other more mid-range drugstore brands, they have to up their packaging to match that. There are other drugstore brands that is in the same price range, but they just have packaging that looks a bit more like what you're getting. So I love the inside of NYX. I just hate the outside. I really hope that they will up their packaging because it's bad. According to me. Another brand that I was thinking of immediately is that Sugar Rush brand from Tarte. I understand where they were going. They were like, let's do something fun and bright and playful and maybe a bit more young, and I get it. I totally get somewhat the demographic. The problem is that they made it look too young. They made it look too Claire's, if I'm gonna be honest. There's nothing special about this, but there's still like Tarte prices. Like eyeshadow palettes are still like $40. The highlighters are still like $20. It's like, you gotta pick a lane here. You have to pick a lane. It's kind of expensive because it seems like some of the things that they're putting out, like that horrible eyeshadow palette with the stars, it seems to be targeting like maybe 12-year-olds, 14-year-olds, I don't know, 9-year-olds. But like, not me. Obviously not me. And I get that. Not every makeup has to be made for me. I'm totally fine with that. But it's like, the palette is still $35. And it's like, who that is looking for makeup like this has that kind of money to be putting towards makeup? Like, I don't really understand. And that's the thing. I wish that they could like, I just want to sink my teeth into it and just make it something different, because I don't mind the idea of having something fun, bright, and more for a younger audience, but I don't feel like they had a home run with this one. I feel like they're still stuck over at like second base, and they're like, guys, I'm not home yet. The next brand I want to talk about is so obvious that I think everyone that's reviewing makeup, or everyone that's like reporting on makeup news, feels like they want to try and just change Violet Voss. Whoever is doing the artwork, which feels like maybe it's too fancy of a word to use for whatever clip art experiment this is, they need to hire someone that actually knows what they're doing. These palettes, I could have designed this. I could have designed this. I had a B- in art. I can also use some colors and a funky text and put some clip art in. Like, I can do that too. Hire me. No, but honestly, I am a strong believer that nobody can know everything. You should, if you do not know how to like design, hire someone who does. If you do not know how to formulate, hire someone who does. If you do not know how to come up with fun color stories, hire someone that does. If you do not know how to market stuff, hire someone that does. Violet Voss, whoever is making the artwork or the fronts for their palettes, that nephew has to go. I realize that this is probably someone they hired long back, and it's probably been with the brand for a really long time, but that person has to go, or at least send them to some kind of an art class. Like, what is this? And this is the same thing as with the Sugar Rush and the NYX thing. They are charging quite a lot of money for these palettes that honestly look like some of them just look like the AliExpress palettes that you can get. I bet the quality is great. I heard the quality is great. But the packaging doesn't really scream high-end Sephora eyeshadow formula for $50. That's my not so very humble opinion. Next one I want to mention is Urban Decay. I feel like this is such an easy target, but Urban Decay is just split personality. Part of them wants to... That's my dog. Part of them just wants to really be that cool, like edgy rebel teen that they were 20 years ago. And part of them is still like naked everything. Naked cherry, naked honey, naked... Like, what are we doing next? Like, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. They need to reinvent themselves. But sometimes I feel like they're just trying too hard. And then sometimes they have really good hits, like the Stone Vibes palette. That was beautiful. Packaging was beautiful, idea was beautiful, shades were beautiful. Not like my favorite color scheme, and one of the shades I didn't prefer on myself, a more like mature lid, because I am... don't want to admit my age, but I am turning 37 in a couple of days. But I still thought that was a good palette. That was a home run palette. I liked it. And then it's like, what's going on? They need an injection of something else. They used to be leading the way, being that cool, edgy brand that dared to come out with those color combos that nobody else dared to come out with. And now they are so far back. They are so far back in the lead. They are not paving the path for anyone. And if they are, they just are... in going in the wrong direction and no one wants to follow. And also, I have to be the one to say, a lot of their formulations that I have tried lately have been subpar, except that like Stone Vibes, because I did like that one. I thought it was good. But like the Naked Ultraviolet, the Wired palette, like those weren't good palettes. And this is an expensive brand. Like this is an expensive brand. They're charging like $50 for quality that is just not there. You can get equal or better quality for half the price. And then on top of that, the color stories are not innovative, the IDs are not fun, and the color combos are old, dusty, and tired. They just, I don't know, they need to just reboot the entire thing. I've heard that they're doing complexion really good though. I heard people really loving the new Naked foundation and concealer. I've heard those are really good. This is not a brand that is all duds, but they're just so inconsistent, wildly inconsistent, and also some of their ideas are like a bit tired. Okay, last and final brand. What is going on over at MAC headquarters? My guess is nothing. My guess is nothing. MAC used to be the coolest brand because they used to take their well-known formulas and their well-loved colors, and they used to make limited edition somewhat packaging and people were going crazy about it. But now that we look back at it, the limited edition packaging that they did is, a lot of it is the exact same as they're doing now. They're taking their packaging and they're just putting another color on it or another logo on it or another pattern on it, exactly like the things that they are doing now as well. And they are regurging like the same colors again and again and again. The thing is though that they seem to think that just because that worked 10, even 5 years ago, that it's going to work today as well. But it's not. People want more. You're doing limited edition, a limited edition collection. We want limited edition colors, limited edition names, limited edition packaging, limited edition artwork. We want all of it. We just don't want a shade that you already have in a packaging that you've had since before and just a sticker on it. That's not enough. That's not enough in 2021. It wasn't enough in 2018 either. And they just need to wake up and smell the coffee, because they are like, what was the Sims thing? What was this? This is a palette that has already existed that they put in a cardboard box with the Sims on it. Who's buying that? Who asked for that? I will bet money on that they had a contract, because if you're playing The Sims, you know that you got MAC makeup in Sims. But at least EA tried to be a bit innovative. You got some green eyeliner and some rhinestones and some orange lipstick. I liked it. It was cute. It was okay. Some of it was pretty out there, but if it's something that's not out there, it's this. An old palette with a new cardboard packaging? You didn't even bother to change the names of the shades. You didn't even put the sticker on the palette. Like, this is the laziest. What is going on? I feel like that boardroom, it fell asleep 5 years ago, and there's just a single intern there right now that's like just putting new stickers on old stuff, trying to keep the ship afloat. Like, what is going on? They need to skip everything that they think's gonna work, everything that worked for them before. They need to skip that and just rethink. We need new packaging when it's limited edition. We need fewer collections, because you seem to be doing so many collections, but it's all the same colors. Less collections with newer fun things, and just do something exciting for once. No more 9-pan eyeshadow palettes in the same packaging with a new sticker on it. We don't want it, we don't need it. No one's buying that. No one's hyping that. No one's hyping that. I have a MAC store in the town where I'm living. They usually get sometimes one of one item, and it still goes on sale. Literally, not a single soul wants to buy it. Literally, someone high up at MAC is killing the brand. It is so boring. It is so boring, and a lot of things I see people buying because they're like, oh, I used to love things like this. I used to like things like this. But even those people are gonna be bored at one point or another. It's just so boring. So boring. It seems like they're coming out with the exact same things. 2 million times a year for years to come. I don't understand. Okay, I've been very negative for quite some time. Let me know, if you could redesign a brand or change things with a brand, what would it be? Is it a formulation? Is it packaging? Is it names? What is it? I would love to hear about it down in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to check the description box for the link to the eyeshadow that I'm wearing. I'm just so excited to finally be talking about it. Thank you so much for being here and I will see you in my next video. Bye!